Hello students, I am Vikas Sharkey. I am here for teaching class 11 chemistry, a very important topic, that is organic chemistry. So before introducing organic chemistry, I want to tell you about what we are going to study in this chapter. In this chapter we are going to study IUPAC nomenclature. Yes, International Union Pure and Applied Chemistry. This is the full form of IUPAC nomenclature. Everywhere, not only in India, if you go foreign and study there, we use IUPAC nomenclature for each and every compounds. So, only for the organic compounds, we are going to learn how to read the chemical compound with the help of IUPAC. Look at how. There are some rules which I want to share with you all. IUPAC nomenclature. First, I have taken COOH. Yes, functional group. So, the name of COOH, that means carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. Most senior functional group. Suffix, we use oleic acid, and prefix, for the prefix we use carboxylate. Look at now one example that I want to show you. First example, COOH. If I am putting here H, that means this is HCOOH. So in the IUPAC nomenclature, we first count the number of carbon. Here in this compound, number of carbon is 1. How many carbon? 1. Only 1 carbon. So we know that this is methane. This is what? Methane plus. Which suffix we use for the carboxylic acid? Methane plus oleic acid. Methane plus oleic acid, which is methanoic acid. Methanoic acid. So my dear students, if I use one carbon with COOH, here you can see COOH is a functional group, and in this functional group one carbon is present. So the name is methane, and the suffix we will use oleic acid. That's why this is methanoic acid. Understood? When we will use 2 carbon, that will be ethanoic acid. When we will use 3 carbon, it will be propanoic acid. Look at now example, CH3COOH. What is this? How many carbon I am using here? 1, 2. There are 2 carbon. So the name is ethane plus oleic acid. So completely it is known as ethane plus oleic acid. What is its name? Ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. In the similar way, in the same way, now I can write CH3, CH2, COOH. Here I have taken 3 carbon. Carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. There are 3 carbons, so the name is propanoic acid. Propanoic acid. In the same way, if I am taking 4 carbon, then it will be butanoic acid. If I take 5 carbon, then it will be pentanoic acid. If I take 6 carbon, then it will be hexanoic acid. So look at now one structure. Look at now this structure and tell me what's the name of this structure. So the IUPAC name of this structure will be, first you count. There are some steps that we follow for the IUPAC nomenclature. First of all, selection of longest chain of carbon. Second step is counting the number of carbon. Second step is counting number of carbon atoms. How many carbon atoms are present in a chain? We just count that. Okay, look at now. First we will take a longest chain, but when we are taking any functional group, then we will include that functional group in the parent chain, because as you know that in the IUPAC nomenclature there are two things which are very important. One is parent chain and second is substituents. So when we select our longest chain, that chain will be known as parent chain. Look at now. Carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. Here I have given this carbon to number 1. Why I have given this carbon to number 1? Because this carbon is of functional group carbon. This is of functional group carbon. So we give it more priority than the other carbon. That's why we start counting from this carbon. So this is your carbon number 1, this will be carbon number 2, this will be carbon number 3. There are 3 carbon in a single chain. If I want to count, then I can count 1, 2, 3 like this. 1, 2, 3. Here also 3 carbon are there. So if you want, then you can take straight chain. Otherwise you can take this chain also. You can take this chain also. Okay, both are same because your answer would be same. Okay, look at now. Here I am taking straight chain. Here I am taking straight chain. How many carbon? 3 carbon. So as you know that which functional group is attached? COOH. So this is oic acid. So 3 carbon in the oic acid means propanoic acid. Very simple. Propanoic acid. Clear? Now, propanoic acid. But one thing, please don't forget. Here, this is your parent chain. This is your parent chain. But what is this? CH3 is attached, which is outside of the parent chain. And whatever the substituents, whatever the number of atoms, whatever the things which will be outside of parent chain, that will be taken as substituents. So this is your substituents. This is your substituents. Understood? This CH3 is methyl, and in which carbon it is attached? Carbon number 2. Look at the carbon number 2. This CH3 is attached in the carbon number 2. That's why the name would be 2-methyl propanoic acid. 2-methyl propanoic acid. Here we will add 2. First letter will be capital 2-methyl, and this will be small. This will be small. 2-methyl propanoic acid. Clear? Any doubt? No doubt. Now look at this. Same example I am taking, but little bit I am changing this structure. Okay? Look at it. CH3. Here also CH3. This is CH3. This is CH. This is CH. This is CH2. Okay. Now the first rule is what? Selection of longest chain. Okay. And we will start from counting. Start from functional group carbon. So here this is your carbon number 1, then carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, and carbon number 5. If I want to take a straight chain, then I can take a straight chain. If I want to take a band chain, I can take band chain, but longest chain of carbon would be necessary. Okay? Longest chain of carbon. So how many carbon? You just count carbon. There are 5 carbon. And as you know that I told already, if if one carbon will be taken, this is methanoid, two carbon will be taken, then it is ethanoid, and three carbon will be taken, propanoid. Okay, then tell me, if I am taking 5 carbon with COOH functional group, what would be name? Exactly, pentanoic acid. But check, is there any substituents? Yes, this is your parent chain, this is your parent chain, and this is your substituents. There are two substituents, but both substituents are same. This is also CS3 and this is also CS3. Substituents. Okay, and this is your substituents. So both are CS3, CS3. You just check in which carbon, in which number of carbon it is attached. Look at now, this is carbon number 3 and this is carbon number 4. So in the carbon number 3 and in the carbon number 4, CS3 groups are attached. Understood? So what would be the name? 3, 4 dimethyl. First letter always would be taken capital. Okay. So 3, 4 क्या होगा इसका name? 3, 4 dimethyl and later what is this? Later 5 carbon with COOH group, pentanoic acid. Clear? Yes. This class I have not started from the basic. Just I have taken the first functional group, that is COOH. Okay. And after this COOH, I will move in the second functional group, that is CHO aldehyde, which is also more important. Clear? Any doubt? Okay. Thank you. So, okay. That side, okay, I'm making that side a second. What is the second one? CHO, that is aldehyde. CHO aldehyde. Look at now. When I give you the name of this structure with which CHO group will be attaching, then the name will be there slightly different, because if functional group is different, then obviously name will be different there. So for this we use suffix al, and prefix we use carbaldehyde. One thing correction is required here, not carbaldehyde, formyl. With prefix we will use formyl. Clear? So some example I am giving. If one carbon will be there, then this will be methane plus ol, methanol. If two carbon will be there, then it is ethane plus ol, ethanol. If 3 carbon will be taken, then propane plus ol, propanol. Okay. Then this is HCHO, CH3CHO, CH3CH2, CHO. Look at now. In this compound, only one carbon with CHO group. Only one carbon. Here you can see there are 2 carbon. This is your first carbon and this is your second carbon. In this compound, look at now, there are 3 carbon. First, second, third. There are 3 carbon. Okay. So the name of this compound would be very good. Would be methanol. This compound name ethanol. And this compound name, yes, propanol. Understood now? One important thing that I want to share with you. Here in the COOH and in the CHO, this, in these functional groups, you can see that बात करते हैं किसी और फंक्शनल ग्रुप की, जैसे हमने लिया हेलोजन ग्रुप। बात करते हैं किसी और फंक्शनल ग्रुप की जिसमें कार्बन ना हो, जैसे कि NH2, यस अमाइन। तो क्या है ना, जिसमें फंक्शनल ग्रुप में कार्बन नहीं होता वो तो ठीक है, लेकिन जिसमें फंक्शनल ग्रुप में कार्बन होता है उसमें उस कार्बन को काउंट किया जाता है, उसमें उस कार्बन को काउंट करते हैं। क्लियर? सो दिस इज योर मिथेनॉल, दिस इज योर इथेनॉल एंड दिस इज योर प्रोपेनॉल। थैंक यू। अभी मैं प्रीफिक्स के बारे में नहीं बता रहा। प्रीफिक्स के लिए मेरे को क्या करना पड़ेगा, कोई एक स्ट्रक्चर ड्रॉ करके उसमें दोनों फंक्शनल ग्रुप को लेना पड़ेगा। प्रीफिक्स का यूज करते हैं। आप लोग थोड़े कंफ्यूज होंगे कि सर आपने तो सफिक्स भी लिखा और आपने सर प्रीफिक्स भी लिखा। यस, आई हैव रिटन, बिकॉज जब बच्चे सफिक्स याद करते हैं तो प्रीफिक्स भी उसी टाइम याद हो जाना चाहिए, मेरा ऐसा मानना है। ठीक है, तो देखिए क्या सफिक्स को हम अभी आसानी से, हमने यहाँ यूज किया सफिक्स, ओके, हमने यहाँ भी यूज किया सफिक्स, ओके, प्रीफिक्स यूज नहीं किया। प्रीफिक्स कब यूज करते हैं, जब एक स्ट्रक्चर में मोर देन 2 फंक्शनल ग्रुप प्रेजेंट हो या मोर देन 1 फंक्शनल ग्रुप प्रेजेंट हो। उस केस में एक से ज्यादा फंक्शनल ग्रुप अगर होगा एक ही स्ट्रक्चर में ना, उस केस में एक जो होता है वो सीनियर फंक्शनल ग्रुप होता है और जो दूसरा फंक्शनल ग्रुप होता है वो जूनियर फंक्शनल ग्रुप होता है। अच्छा, ये आप लोग सोच रहे होंगे कि सर ये डिसाइड कैसे करते हैं कि ये सीनियर फंक्शनल ग्रुप है या जूनियर फंक्शनल ग्रुप है? मैं बताता हूँ कि सीनियर फंक्शनल ग्रुप जो होता है और जूनियर, ये डिसाइड होता है एक प्रायोरिटी ऑर्डर से। कैसे डिसाइड होता है? एक प्रायोरिटी ऑर्डर से। और ये प्रायोरिटी ऑर्डर मैं आपको बताने वाला हूँ नेक्स्ट क्लास में। ठीक है, तो वो प्रायोरिटी ऑर्डर में जिसको ज्यादा प्रायोरिटी देंगे वो सीनियर फंक्शनल ग्रुप होगा और जिसको कम प्रायोरिटी मिलेगा वो आपका जूनियर फंक्शनल ग्रुप होगा। समझ पा रहे हैं? तो ये प्रीफिक्स मैं बताऊंगा नेक्स्ट क्लास में।